Let's welcome on board Amit Rajan from Bajaj Healthcare joining in on the show right now. Amit, hi, morning. Good to have you on ET now. Firstly, tell us what does this EIR from the USFDA mean for you and what happens now in terms of both the business as well as scale?
Good morning. See, I have to explain to you this EIR and what is very specific importance to Bajaj. See, we have been in API and nutraceutical business for last 30 years now, and there are nutraceuticals and OTC APIs which we have been supplying to US, which did not require a drug master file in the US as well. However, the prescription drugs requires a drug master file as well as the facility that has to be from where the drug master file has been developed to be approved by the USFDA, and that's why how the pre-approval inspections are carried out. Now, this is big because uh, the API capacities that we have at our Savli plant, it will open up for the number of drug master files that are lined up, and the establishment inspection report with 0483 in simple terms with no inspectional observations, A, will increase the trust with the FDA in terms of repeat frequency of the inspection, and second is that it will help us waive off a lot of inspections from, let's say, the advanced countries like Canada, Australia, and not even now even Brazil.
Just wanted to get a sense from you with respect to which products are likely to kind of get rolled out of as well, because the press release says the EIR is for approved product. Could you give us the details? Which product is that? Which category? And you talked about the long runway for growth. So which are the products that you're targeting?
See, let me explain to you that this is an API facility. It's not a formulation facility where I can name you the product. This is linked with APIs that will go to big pharma and some of the Indian pharmas as well who have their own ANDAs. So for confidentiality reasons, I cannot spell out you the APIs. However, the pre-approval inspection has happened for one of the product where it will go to a big pharma's para 4 product, and the supply will start immediately as soon as they want. However, also we have lined up at least 10 drug master files to be filed in US, and the speed of their review and accuracy review process will increase only when would have received the EIR.
Name the products, but you could you talk to me about the revenue potential from these drugs? What could the scale up be over the next 12 to 24 months as these products get rolled out?
See, I tell you, in terms of citing a number from a technical perspective will not be right on my part. However, I can tell you that you see this plant has a capacity which is huge, and currently we have been supplying OTC nutraceutical kind of product to customers. The value addition after we get into the prescription drug master files after this EIR will be a huge opportunity for us.
Right. I also wanted to understand, back in June, I understand that the board also approved the sale of your Tarapur plant. By when can we expect the sale of the plant to actually happen? And what kind of sale proceeds can you expect from that? And eventually, of course, how do you utilize them?
Again, see, this whole work is being done by the consultants and experts in this field. We have decided to get away from these factories because of there was no scope of expansion. It was not up to that the FDA's GMP standards. In terms of proceeds, I'll not be able to tell you the numbers.
Color in terms of what the quantum could be, what the timeline is, any broad, sense that you can give us?
By end of this year, we'll be able to hive off these facilities.
I want to understand about this recent foray that you've made into the opium business. How exactly would things pan out there in terms of, scale and feasibility?
See, first, please understand that this opium business was first privatized, first time in the entire history of government. It was in government control. Now, government has given this tender to us, not only because we have won on the pricing front, but also we have the ready facility to process opium into alkaloids. Now, what happens is, because it has come to us, the government, we are able to give more yields out of the same raw materials that government was providing us. and this has opened up a lot of more opium business that we are expecting from government. A, and B is, the this is actually a negative working capital business for the company. The raw material comes from the government. We don't have to invest anything on it, and we get our funds on the processing charges and the supply of the alkaloids that we give back to the government.
Sure, point taken. So that's about the opium business. But I understand that you're looking at high-end APIs as well. And given the fact that they could be value accretive in terms of margins as well, what's the visibility in terms of expansion of margins from here on?
See, that's why I tell you that. See, look, when you work, unlike the formulation, the APIs are always developed as a global API. Now, Bajaj we have been traditionally good in Europe. We have number of drug master files filed in Europe, and the API, since they were development as a global nature, it would just require some little bit of dot your I's and cross your T's for filing with the US. And this EIR that we received was the only roadblock in terms of not filing them straight away to the US. So, and US, currently, and we are not into vanilla generics. I mean, all our APIs are something where the patents are going off after 2024 and 26 onward. We have customers for that who have used our API for formulation. And I mean, it's a natural course that the margin levels of our API will increase once we enter our US business.
Okay. And also spell it out, because your last annual report said that you're looking at 1,500 crore rupees in terms of sales by 2025. Are you on target to achieve that?
In terms of macro level, I can tell you that we are on a target to achieve that. Not only that, we'll probably overcome that. But despite having the opium business going very, very well, and in terms of numbers for the regulated market, probably I'll not be the right person to tell you this.
1,500 crores by FY25, given the growth rate and the fact that you were 670 crores in the year gone by, is a number of almost 900 to 1,000 crore possible in this year, FY24?
Of course, the way we will be translating our originally EU filing products to the US, where at least for 2 or 3 APIs the supply will start. And second is that I told you that with the domestic opium business increasing multifold from here.
Multifold expansion, that's what you are targeting, and saying that almost 1,000 crore revenue in FY24 is quite possible and on target to achieve that 1,500 crore mark for FY25
Yes.
as well. Thank you,
And
sir.
for that only we have put up in a dedicated capacity for the opium processing, which is at least 3 to 4 times the capacity that we initially offered to the government.
Absolutely, and we're waiting back to see that expansion pan out. Thank you so much for making time and
Yes,
speaking
sir.
with ET now.